Proverbs 8, verse 29 talks about how God set limits upon the seas so that they could not spread beyond their boundaries. And today, my question to you is, have you set limits for the people in your lives so that they do not surpass their boundaries? Now let us think about the sea and why it's important for God to set limits for the sea so that they can't spread beyond the boundary limits that He has established for them. The earth is made up of ground and it's made up of water. And if we remember the story of creation, we know that the Lord allowed so many creatures to inhabit the sea. In fact, it is said that majority of the waters and the deep areas of the seas have not yet been explored by humankind. We have no idea what's down there. But while the sea is the home to these creatures, dry land is the home to other creatures and to us as human beings too. And so, in order for God to love both sea creatures and dry land creatures and human beings, He had to set limits. Because if the sea had no boundaries, it would have meant the lives of the people on dry land, of the creatures on dry land. And so today, as I remind you about God setting limits for the sea, and I ask you the question, have you set limits for the people in your life? Have you set boundaries for the people in your life? Have you set boundaries for yourself? Because when you do not have boundaries that you're disciplined around maintaining for yourself, it affects other things around you. When you do not have boundaries and limits for the people in your lives in different areas of your life, it affects other areas as well. Other areas get hurt. Other areas can get wiped out. Other areas will die. And so today, my pink flamingo friend, it is amazing that you love people and that you want to show up for everybody. But it is important that we learn the concept and exercise the principle that God established when He set limits for the seas so that they could not surpass their boundaries. So today I remind you, take a pause and think about where in your life, with yourself and with other people, and even how you show up in your relationship with God. Think about where you need to set limits so that these things do not surpass their boundaries.